What's up, Savages? For the longest time, I thought my biggest accomplishment was defeating lactose intolerance. Well, not anymore. I have successfully defeated jury duty. I called those cocksuckers up and I said, listen here, you pieces of shit. I'm not doing this goddamn thing because I don't believe in it. That's not at all what happened. I emailed them and I begged them, please, to not let me do it because I live in Illinois and I got away with it. But regardless, I did it. So, friends, family, people, savages, you know who you are. Today, we're going to be talking about EG and Optic Gaming. We're going to start off with Optic Gaming, and we're going to go from there. Now, some of you may ask yourself, why are we talking about them? Well, because they got 7th and 8th, basically, at the event, and that is really odd for them, since they are traditionally the top two teams, at least recently. So, we're going to start off with Optic Gaming. Now, the big thing with Optic Gaming, in my last video, I said, where the fuck was Scump and Proof, right? And I think a lot of people kind of took that out of context because they're like, oh, well, Scump still had like 35% of their kills and if it's a team made of 4, you should only have 25 if everyone's pulling their own weight. Yeah, well, Scump knows, and the team knows. This is how Optic Gaming's dynamic works, right? They let Scump do whatever the fuck he wants because he can slay with the best of them. He is the top 2 slayer in this game, period. So he runs around, he does whatever he wants, which enables Nadeshot to be a little bit sneaky, kind of get behind them. It gives Clay the ability to sit back, fucking play with his balls and just long range the shit out of people. And then Proof, last but certainly not least, can hop on flags, and then when they need him to, he will get big 2 pieces, right? Well, that wasn't the case at Gfinity at all. That was not the case. Instead, what we ended up seeing was Proof kind of got raped, and so did Scump. In the Envy series, for example, right? That blitz, there's no reason why Nadeshot should be carrying his team. Nadeshot was doing the best possible on his team in that series, and he was just waiting for his team to kind of get him through the match. There's always those times as a competitor where you sit there and you say to yourself, okay, teammates, I just need you to pull through for me just this one game. I will do everything I can. I just need you to pull through for this one game. And they weren't able to step it up. So that was the big thing with Optic Gaming. Now, the important thing to note here is the monitors, right? So this is a perfect segue into EG as well, but the monitors. So they were running at 244 hertz, and they're supposed to be 60 frames per second. But with an Xbox only puts out at 60 frames. So the extra hertz basically magnifies or doubles the image that people are seeing. So they might be seeing a glimpse of a person, whereas they should be seeing their center chest. They may be seeing a shoulder, so they have to correct how they shoot. So it is a thing. It's the refresh rate. It is science. That is why the BenQ monitors, which are 0.5 or 1 ms, are actually 60 hertz. There's a big difference there in the refresh rate. So it makes sense as to why we saw Clayster get a lot better and why we saw Scumpy get a little bit worse, right? Yeah. I'm a fucking thinker, man. You guys don't have to tell me. I live this fucking luxurious life of knowledge. I got it from my buddy Tyler Hoyt, a.k.a. Diesel, a.k.a. NASA, the coach of a Halo team. He's the fucking man. If you have a chance, follow him on Twitter. Moving forward, EG. Alright, so EG is going to be a little bit different beast for me, okay? Obviously, people are going to be like, oh, well, Karma's KD sucked. Yeah, well, Karma's KD sucks because Teep wasn't doing his job. Karma's supposed to be covering 3/4 of the map, especially on Search and Destroy, and TP's supposed to be picking up his left side, essentially, right? So, Teep needs to be bringing his own to the game, okay? But the big thing here is it's not even, I don't give a shit about stats. There's 2 things that I'm worried about, and it's 2 mentalities. The first one we're going to talk about is Crim. Now, I've had this talk with Crim to his face at Gfinity, and so did Mr. X. We basically sat him down at the casino, and we were like, dude, you're a fucking dick. And he was like, what do you mean I'm a dick? I'm like, dude, every one of your teammates are afraid to take risks because they know you'll yell at them. I was like, dude, you don't let Karma do what Karma is supposed to do. If I ever teamed with Karma, if Karma joined any other team, the 3 teammates would say, okay, dude, fucking do you, bro. You can be the best player in this game. Just go kick the fuck out of everyone. You just let Karma do what he wants. You let him play for picks and Search and Destroy. You let him run around and just stick his dick inside of people. You give him a sub. You don't give him a fucking AR and send him back in the base. You make Aches do that. You make fucking Aches do that. So that's a big thing there. So Crim's going to really have to tame his personality in order for Karma to really start shining more as a player. I mean, he's the most positive player in Ghost to this date. Maybe not after this event because he had like a .68 KD or something just fucking awful. But that's number one. The second one. And Aches, buddy, real quick. I know you're going to watch this, and I'm just going to take a sip of coffee because I can taste your bitterness. Oh, God, you taste awful, Aches. You taste really bad. I can just feel the text messages you're going to send me. Here's the fact, Aches. You are the most predictable player in Call of Duty Ghosts. Period. Wagers literally dismantled you. Every one of the pros were able to figure out where you go every single time, and because of that, you now look like a predictable moron. You need to be more dynamic, my man. You go red 3 every time. Like, you gotta switch it up, man. You have to be the one who switches it up. And that's it. If you don't switch it up, your teammates are just gonna keep getting shit on. Krim has to be less of an asshole, and that's it. That is my accurate assessment here of Team EG and Optic Gaming. Other than that, do I think they're going to do fine at UMG Dallas? Optic Gaming, obviously. Optic Gaming has 160 hours played going into Gfinity, and they just didn't do well. EG, I don't know. I don't even know if they're going to Dallas because Karma has a baby on the way. So it's maybe one of the last events we see EG at, with the exception of Season 3 Finals, assuming they make it. Now, other than that, friends, I love you. But I don't love you. Take it easy. Case closed, bitches. Which I won't hear because I beat jury duty.